Hi, let me show you how to update the thumbnail of a blog post. And it's not terribly complicated, but there are a few steps to it and a couple of things to consider. So let me share my screen. And I'm now realizing I'm already looking at the blog of the website. But when you log in, so you know, you'll see this sort of main nav here on the left, and your blog is in the pages and whatever it's called. It may be in main navigation like mine. It may be in not linked, but inside of the blog, you see I've got this post here with no thumbnail, and I'm just going to click on it, and you can see that there is an image for this post. I guess it was a YouTube video that I made elsewhere here on the channel on this topic. And my blog uses square thumbnails, which I don't have. I've created one. So you can see the thumbnails missing here, and we're just going to add that in. So it's this ellipses right here in this circle, and you hit settings, and then you can just bring your image in here. The thing I'll say is understand the aspect ratio that's going to work for you. Let me hit the edit button and show you what I'm talking about. So there are settings for a blog page. You can click manage posts. That brings us right back to the left nav we were just looking at, and then edit section. And you can decide how many posts you want in a column, right? And it's just going to change the size. I've got it set to full. You can have it set to inset, which gives you the padding on the outside. And I had it at 3 wide, and you can manage the spacing. But the thing I really wanted to cover here was I'm using a square image. You can use standard 3:2, which is a nice tidy rectangle, or a vertical rectangle. You can go 4:3, which is more like a old school television sort of letterbox aspect ratio, and then widescreen, which is like YouTube video. That's going to be like, think 1080p, like 1920 by 1080. And basically that's going to be that size. And listen, there are a lot of settings in there, and I'm not here to talk about those settings necessarily, because you were curious how to change the thumbnail. I'm just going to hit exit here and show you how to do that again. Clicking this ellipses and hitting settings, we can add an image. You can click and add one from your computer, or you can search for images and find one that's already in your account. If it's an image you've used before, there's no need to upload another one. In this case, what I have is I have an image saved locally. I can just drag it in and drop it, and that's just going to upload to the server and look great. Everything else is solid. Hit save. It's going to refresh the page, and you can see now the thumbnail. Takes a quick second, is on the page, and the aspect ratio is right, and it looks appropriate insofar as a thumbnail can look appropriate on this absolute mess of a blog of randomness. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I hope you're able to swap out your thumbnails on your blog posts, and like and subscribe if that was helpful. Drop a comment if you have a question. I'm happy to make a video in response to a comment if it's something that's going to help everybody. So have a good one.